Hi, and welcome to the LesParis.com podcast. I'm Les. This podcast is a short daily monologue that you can listen to. Use it to practice listening to English. Use it to stimulate ideas. Use it for BGM.
Hello there, and welcome to the Les Paris podcast. You're listening to episode 126. Yesterday in episode 125, we talked about study hacks. And today, in episode 126, I'm going to move on to desert plants. Desert plants. I know that we all have different images of things. My image of desert plants is a cactus. Perhaps your image of a desert plant is a cactus as well. And there are many, many kinds of cactuses, or you could say cacti. The most popular image of a cactus is the Saguaro cactus. That's the one that looks kind of like a tree with arms, and in some cartoons they make it into a human-type shape. Of course, that cactus is very slow-growing, and it takes forever to get big. And there are limited numbers, so it's protected in America. I think the saguaro cactus only grows in America. But there's lots of other cacti, and there's lots of other desert plants. There are flowers and trees that grow in the desert. There's an ironwood tree. I guess the wood must be very, very hard. The plants that live in the desert are extremely hardy. They can live with very little water, and they can live in very poor soil, like a sandy soil. That's why a lot of people like to have desert plants as a house plant. They can put it in their house and basically not give it very much care. If you forget to water it for a little while, it's not going to die quickly. I like desert plants too, but I don't have any right now. I have a few plants in my school, but I don't have any desert plants per se. And one of the reasons that I don't like them is because the spines. If you bump it by mistake, you could hurt yourself. Another thing about the cacti is they make flowers. I think the cactus flowers are particularly beautiful, but they don't flower very often. And they don't even flower every year. Some of them flower only once every 2 or 3 or 4 years. If you like plants, but you're not very good at taking care of them, you might want to have desert plants in your house. They're beautiful and strong. Now, that brings us to the end of episode 126. Today I talked about desert plants, and I hope you have some nice desert plants in your environment. Tomorrow, please be sure to mark down in your calendar the episode 127 on the Les Paris podcast will be about triple pane windows.